All right, so welcome to our Into Suffolk pre-arrival webinar series called Living Off Campus with Support. Your presenters from Into Suffolk are myself, Rachel Emelock, and Christine Perlmutter.
Hello.
Who is our Assistant Director of Student Experience. We're so happy to help you with us. So, Christine, what are some important information for students to remember before we start getting into our off-campus housing topic?
Yeah, so we just want to remind everyone of some very important information. The first thing is that we do have a required orientation. It begins August 29th and goes through September 2nd. Most students are concerned about their schedules. You don't need to be. You will receive your schedule by September 2nd before classes start. And yeah, Rachel, do you want to tell people about arriving at the airport, which I'm sure everyone is curious about?
I do, because I know students are very concerned about coming to Boston and they're arriving with us. All students have already been asked to submit some of their arrival details. We are requiring that all students submit their arrival details into our arrival report. The reason for this is it's very important for us at Into Suffolk to know when you are arriving into Boston. This will help make sure that your arrival is smooth, whether or not you want a pickup from Logan Airport to your accommodation. You really need to do this so that we can help you make sure that when you arrive in the city, everything goes very smoothly, whether you're having us pick you up at the airport or you're going to go directly from the airport to wherever it is you'd like to go. And also, all fees must be paid by August 1st. Please make sure if you have questions on how to pay, you can reach out to us. We would love to be able to help you. Okay. All right. So, Christine,
yeah,
why is Boston a great place to live?
I have been in Boston since 1991, and I love it. I think it's the best city in the world. And one reason is it's actually relatively small. You can walk from one end of the city to the other in about 45 minutes. And there's so much to see. We have a wonderful culture of history and education and art. And it's just a great place for sports and to see the beautiful ocean and to see the Charles River. We have very many stunning views. Why do you like it, Rachel?
My favorite part of living in and around Boston is that you are within an hour of not only the ocean, but the mountains. You can go swimming on Saturday, and on Sunday, you can go hiking. You are close to theater. You're close to all of this nature. If you look at the map there, all of those different colored lines is the public transit system. And all of those little like green blocks on the map are different parks and gardens that you can walk around in. And as you can see, there's so many of them all over the city. And that big blue thing, that's Boston Harbor. That's right there. That's where you can go to the water. There's first public beach in America. All of this wonderful natural surroundings, and it's part of my favorite part about being around here.
That's right. There are some things like Boston is expensive. That's true. But you get what you pay for, meaning our city is in demand. People want to live in Boston. So our rent is high, but they want to live here because it's like the greatest city ever.
We are the city of champions. Did you know that? We have the Boston Red Sox, who are world champions in baseball. We have the Boston Celtics, who are world champions in basketball. We have the New England Patriots, American football, and we have the New England Revolution for soccer. We are some of the best sports teams in America.
We even
which
have
is-
the Bruins for ice hockey.
Oh my God, I forgot about the Bruins. I always forget the Bruins. Ah, yes. Yeah, City of Champions. Now, the greatest part of Boston is that when you look at this map, it looks very broken up. But Boston is made up of some of the most amazing spaces, and we have quite a few little neighborhoods. So these are the Boston neighborhoods. And as you can see with the red star, Suffolk University is located at the heart of Boston. We're right in the middle of the action. You can get to everywhere from Suffolk, which is like the coolest part of the entire school. And luckily, we're part of all of the main subway stations. We are right in the middle of all of it. And some of the most popular places here is where students are living. So if we look at our colored map, in the bottom left down over here, we have Fenway. Okay. Fenway is one of the most popular areas that you can live in as an on-campus student.
Wait, I have a question for our guests. Ivan
Okay.
and Yenbo, do you know what Fenway is famous for?
And I already find this part area, but Fenway is really expensive area for students to rent house or apartment.
Yes, but that's not what it's famous for. It's famous for one of the sports teams in Boston. Rachel, can you tell them?
Fenway is home to Fenway Park, one of the oldest baseball diamonds in the entire United States of America, home to the Boston Red Sox, world champions baseball team.
Have you heard of the Red Sox before? Well, you will.
Yeah, so Fenway can be expensive. There's also Back Bay, which is yellow, and East Boston, which is up top over here, which is kind of across the harbor, but there are many bridges that you'll see when you get here. Some students even live along the Charles in Cambridge if they're going to MIT, and maybe a couple in Somerville towards Charlestown. But the most popular for Suffolk students is Fenway, Back Bay, and East Boston, with quite a few students living in the South End or South Boston. So how many of you think that you want to see what the train system looks like? Because that's probably everyone's like big concern. You get your neighborhoods, you learn about all the fun stuff, and now we got to figure out, okay, well, how do I get around? So how can we access the neighborhoods through the public transit? Public transit in Massachusetts is called the T. And as you can see in the top corner over here, that circle right over here, that the T in the circle, that's the public transit system. So if you see those going around Boston, you know that's where the train is. Pretty awesome, right? And as you see in the middle of our map is this kind of colorful square with red, green, blue, and yellow. This is right where campus is. We are in the heart of the square. So you can see that it doesn't really matter which neighborhood or area you decide to live in, you will be right with us. You'll be able to get to class quickly. We recommend staying somewhere close to the green line or the blue line. The red line is also very popular. I live at the very end of the orange line up here at the top. That's where I am. So I take the train into Boston every day, just like you will. It's something everybody here kind of learns how to do, and we at Into Suffolk are going to be teaching you how to do it. It's part of our orientation, and we are going to make sure that you're feeling comfortable with this so that when you go to your classes, it's just the train, not a big deal. All right. Is everyone feeling kind of okay about the trains?
Any questions?
Any questions? Concerns? You're good? Awesome. Thanks for the thumbs up, even. So,
I want to ask,
yeah, sure. What's up?
is it our our transportation easy to close when in the winter or in have a lot of snow problem?
I would say probably not. The
Yeah.
subway system in Boston is very reliable, especially the colored trains, the green, yeah, the green, orange, red, and blue. These are all very well traveled, so they don't usually have very many issues in the summer, or sorry, in the winter. Um,
Yeah,
most
it
of
doesn't
the
close down
it doesn't close down because it's cold. If
or snow.
there's, yeah, like if there's a snowstorm, a lot of the trains, the tunnels are underground. So they don't always, they're not really impacted by the snow.
In fact,
So-
some people, when it's snowing, they take the train instead of driving because it's safer.
Yeah. And it's
Okay.
warm, it's heated. So like, you know, even if you only have to go one stop, sometimes going on the train is a little bit more comfortable than walking around Boston, even though
I've
it's a
done that.
walking system. Yeah. Like it's a walking city. Like you could walk from Park Street. So here where we are at campus, you can walk from Park Street, which is close to campus, all the way to North Station. I've done it several times because that's how I go home. Sometimes I don't want to deal with the trains. And so in the wintertime, I would rather get on the train and do like a couple of stops over and switch trains because it's cold and it's warmer in the trains. So yeah, that's a really good question. Thank you.
Because I live in Modern Center and I just asked a friend and she is from Northeast University. So she live in the Green Line and she told me the Green Line is a new subway system and she recommend that live in the Green Line. But I find the house in the Orange Line is better. So this is the reason why I choose the Modern Center. But she told me that the system for Orange system is older, and so it maybe have stop in some traffic issue or some problem. So it will be a problem. So I just afraid if in the winter or is a lot of snow outside, so maybe I just want to go to school and then the subway system shut down. So maybe I also can choose the Uber or other choice for bus.
So you are so lucky. So I'm going to tell you a secret about Malden Center. So if you look up at Malden Center, it's the orange train right here. I get on one stop before you at Oak Grove. So I'm going to tell you from experience, it's not that big of a deal.
Okay.
One thing to know is that right now they are updating all of the Orange Line train stations. It's a big project that's going on in the city, that the city is upgrading all of the different train stations. So your friend might have been inconvenienced when they're doing some of the work. But the cool thing about Malden Center is if you look at the map, see how it's orange and then there's like a little purple train. There's a purple box next to Malden. This purple is actually a second train system. It's called the commuter rail. And you can get on the purple train or the yellow or the orange train at Malden Center. So if the orange train is having mechanical issues and you're running late to class, you can just jump on the purple train and still get
I
into
take
North.
the purple train.
Yep.
It's
And
also
you can-
a very good system.
And you can take the purple train right into North Station, and then you could jump on the green train or the orange train and get to campus. It would be it's very convenient. And some of the purple trains have Wi-Fi on them. So it's like not even a 20-minute ride. So I wouldn't worry about that. Secondly, and I don't mean to be I'm not really offended, but the Orange Line is not the oldest line of the subway system in Boston. Actually, if we want to get technical, the Green Line is the oldest subway system in America. So It has been updated. It's really nice. They've spent a lot of money to upgrade the Green Line, but your friend is not a local historian like myself. So just letting you know, don't be worried. Train
Okay.
system is really cool. And actually the coolest part about the Boston Metro and the transit system is that they have a really active social media. So if you follow the MBTA on Twitter or on Instagram, they actually give you live updates of if there's a problem with any of the trains, or if one of the train lines is running late, they'll tell you before you even get to the train station. So if you're trying to get to class, you can check your Twitter and you're like, oh, the orange line's running late. I'm just going to go on the purple line. Very easy and very convenient. And I don't want to say this officially, but the purple line sometimes is a little less crowded. So you are very lucky to be getting on the train at Malden. So I don't want you to worry about that so much. Hey, maybe we'll see each other on the train coming into school. Yes,
Really?
Ivan.
I wanted to ask, how expensive is it?
The train system? So
Yeah.
okay, so Boston Metro is pretty, I think it's very affordable, and I take the train every single day. Students can get discounted monthly rates, so you can, don't worry about that. And Into Suffolk can help you sign up for that so that you can sign up to get a discounted rate. There are two different ways that you can do the Metro system. You can pay per ride, which I think is like $2 and a couple of cents, or you could do a monthly pass. The monthly pass is very economical. And if you do a monthly pass and you ride the train very often, it's very convenient. So let's say if you're spending a monthly pass, I think is like $60-ish a month. But if you are going on the train very often because you're going on the train to go to and from class, but you're also using the train to go shopping, and you're using the train to go out to dinner with your friends, or you're going to the cinema because you want to watch a movie or anything like that, you don't have to pay per ride. It just taps and goes. And it can add up. So I definitely recommend students get the monthly pass. It's much more convenient.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome.
So the teacher is taught about the monthly pass. Is this only for the subway system, or they combine all transportation, like for the bus or for other transportation?
So for your monthly pass, it can be for buses and the subway system. The only difference is the purple train, but because you are getting on at Malden, they're not as particular about payment from Malden to North Station. So it could be, if you had to do that, they might charge you. It would really just depend on how busy the train is. I've gone on the train and they just kind of walk away. There's a couple of different apps that you can use if you find yourself taking the purple line more often, and I would be happy to help you out with that when you arrive. It's really up to you. Yeah.
I take the purple train. If you get a monthly pass on the purple line, it will also cover all other lines. So if I get a monthly pass on my purple line, I can also take the green, red, blue, and orange line for free or within the cost of the purple train.
Yeah. So there's a lot of different ways that you can use the Metro system, and it takes you a little bit to figure it out, but you're lucky that you have Into Suffolk here. We're experienced, and part of orientation is going to the train and helping you get your Charlie card. It's part of your orientation. So we're here to help you and make sure that you get the most cost-effective way to do this. Does that make you feel a little bit better?
Yes.
Awesome. That's what I like to hear. Woohoo. I like your yes. Awesome.
Yes.
Great. All right. So next, I'm going to go to our next slide. where we're going to introduce one of our guests. This is Roost Up Co-Living, which is the preferred housing partner of Into Suffolk for off-campus housing. And we are so lucky this evening to have Roost Up CEO Mario here with us to talk to us and share with us about Roost Up. So Mario, are you still here? You are here, but you are
Oh, I was muted. Sorry.
That's okay. So I'm going to stop my share real quick and hi, and you should be able to share your screen. Please let me know if you're having.
Still disabled.
Oh, that's very odd. Okay,
Yep.
Here we go. There we go. You should be able to now.
Okay, great. So hello, everyone. Thanks for having me here today. My name is Mario Ricciardelli. I'm the founder and CEO of Roost Up, and Roost Up is what we believe to be Boston's premier co-living company. So I'll give you a quick overview of how our service works and show you how you can look on our site for places to stay and explore some of our homes. So Roost Up, basically, when we say co-living, we match our residents with roommates. So if you look on our website here, you can go to www.roostup.com, and I'll put that in the chat. And you can see that our apartments are move-in ready, and our goal is to make living in Boston easy, flexible, and affordable. So all of our homes, unlike most of the apartments that you may look at in Boston, all of our homes come fully furnished. They're fully furnished, smart homes, smart TV, digital thermostats, and mobile door key locks. So you basically use your phone to get in and out of your apartment. You unlock your main door with your phone, and you unlock your apartment door with your phone, so you don't have to worry about losing your key. And if your battery runs out on your phone, you also have a 6-digit code that you can keep in your wallet or in your purse so that you can always get in and out. Every Roost Up home that you would potentially live in has a private bedroom, and that private bedroom is fully furnished, includes a mattress, basically everything except your bedding and your pillows to move right in. The bedrooms all come, some bedrooms come with a private bathroom. They all have closet systems, a desk that you can work on, mirror, bureau for storing your clothes, and so forth. The kitchens are fully equipped, which means you will have, in addition to standard appliances, you'll have everything you need to cook other than spices and food. All your pots, pans, so you don't have to worry about stocking, the expense of stocking up a kitchen, especially when you come from another country. It becomes more difficult, obviously, and expensive to start doing that. Utilities are all included. The Wi-Fi is commercial Wi-Fi. I believe the buildings that we still have available are 1 gigabyte of speed, which would be more than enough for any kind of Zoom classes that you need to do, video chatting with people back at home while you're here, and so forth. Laundry is included in all of our apartments, and it's not coin operated. It's included as part of the amenities that we offer. One of the most popular amenities that we have is cleaning. So every 2 weeks, we have a cleaning team come and clean the kitchen, bathroom, and common areas of the apartment, which makes a huge difference when you're living with roommates. And if there's maintenance issues, you have our app, which you can, that's where you would pay your rent every month, but also where if you have a maintenance issue, you just open the app, put in a maintenance ticket, and then we have a team 24/7 that'll get back to you and respond depending on how urgent it is. If it's something small, like, oh, we need a light bulb went out, or a piece of furniture is broken, we'll schedule that to fix within a few days. If it's an emergency, our heat went out or we don't have hot water, someone will be out right away. The roommates that you would be living with are all background checked. So they're all criminal background checks, so you know you're living with qualified roommates. And for international students, what we require, since you wouldn't be able to have a background check here in the US, typically as a US resident would, because generally you don't have a social security number, we accept an F1 visa as confirmation. So if you have an F1 visa, you're already pre-approved to live in one of our homes. And our leases have flexibility. So if for some reason you need to break the lease early, we have a mechanism where you can break your lease early. So you can go onto our website and you can explore also the reviews that we have here. We have a lot of reviews. These are all past residents that lived in our homes. And you can see that we've got great reviews on Google and on Facebook from people that have lived in our apartments. We have lots of Boston area neighborhoods. Unfortunately, at this point, most of them are sold out, but we do have some spots left in a brand new building that we just opened actually earlier this week in South Boston. And I can show you a little bit about that. So if you look here, these are the rooms that we have in South Boston. So we have 11 bedrooms still available in 3 different apartments. And I can take you in so you can explore any of these apartments. So I can take you into, this is unit 2, and you'll be able to see there are 4 bedrooms still available here. With a range of prices, we have one person that's already booked in here, Peter. And if you do a virtual tour with one of our showing coordinators, they'll supply you with their LinkedIn profiles and you can kind of get a sense of who you might be living with. The photos, you can sort of flip through here to get a sense of, this is the actual apartment itself that you would potentially be living in. And you can see these are all brand new renovated, super nice apartments. This is one of the bedrooms that we have available. But what's really cool is you can jump in here and do a 3D tour. And so if you click here on full screen, after you click on 3D tour, you'll be able to explore the entire apartment. This is the actual apartment that you would be living in. This is unit 2 at this location in South Boston. And so these little circles, this is called Matterport. If you click on them, you can make your way around the apartment and you can see these different bedrooms. So this is a bedroom you can see that has desk, bureau, so forth, but it also has some cool features. And it's kind of hard to see, but you can see this one has a private refrigerator and a food storage area here. It also has a private bathroom. This would be your own private bathroom. And it has this really cool closet feature here with everything sort of, it's a closet organization system that we have. To look at the entire apartment, you can, again, you can do this on your own time. You can look at a floor plan view and you can kind of get a sense of what the layout is. This is a 5-bedroom, 4-bathroom apartment. To see what's included in here, these are the individual bedrooms. If you wanted to explore a specific bedroom, you can just click here and I'll drop you in this particular bedroom so you can see the specifics for that room. And then if you scroll down, you'll see what's included in this particular apartment. And it's all of these amenities here are included. So the cost is the rent, which is stated here, plus every room, there's an additional $150 a month, which includes all the utilities, Wi-Fi, cleaning, all the furnishings, everything is included here. If you want to map your commute, we've created an easy way to do this. This particular home is a 2-minute walk to the bus and a 10-minute walk to the Red Line, which will take you right to Suffolk. There's a little button here for map your commute, which will take you to a map, pre-populate the address. And if you want to go into the law school, you can see how far it'll take you 20 minutes from walking to the home, jumping on the Red Line, 20 minutes door to door to the law school from this particular home. And then no other broker fees or anything like that up front. And then you can get a sense here of what it would cost if you had your own apartment in Boston, which can be pretty expensive, not just every month, but then up front between, we only ask for the last month of rent. We don't include a security deposit. We don't need a broker's fee. All the furnishings are included for the kitchen, bedroom, and living areas. So the only thing you need up front as a deposit is 1 month of rent. So if you're interested, you can go onto the website and you can book a virtual tour. Click on any of the book a virtual tour buttons and you can find something that's available with one of our tour coordinators. Or you can, if you're super interested, you can click on apply now for a bedroom that you're interested in. The application's free. You put in the date that you're ready to move in. This particular one is available August 1, but we're taking September 1 applications. And you can submit an application and then someone will get back to you. So you can also explore here our frequently asked questions. So you probably have a lot of questions about how Roost Up works and what it's like in the apartments. We don't accept couples. You can go through here and basically just get a better sense of most of the questions that have been asked. We add to this frequently asked questions. So you should be able to get maybe 70 or 80% of what you need to know here, and then ask the rest on a virtual tour. So again, it's roostup.com is the address for the website. I'll put it in here in the chat. And if anybody has any questions, I'm happy to answer them for you.
Thank you,
Do we-
Maria. That was wonderful.
Thank
You're
you. Do we
welcome.
have any questions?
I'll also let you know that if you are interested, this new building that we opened on Monday, we've already leased up, I think, 4 out of the 15 rooms, and they're the only rooms we have left. We had a month ago about 100 and plus 120 rooms, and the market is very strong here in Boston. So if you are interested, I would encourage you to just do the virtual showing to learn a little bit more, and hopefully it's a good fit for you. And then throughout the year, we always get sublet. So if you have a housing situation, the end of the year or in October or November that you want to get out of, you can check with us and just check on the website and see what's available. And like I said, if you have an F1 visa, you're automatically pre-approved. So you don't have to worry about all the normal application process. Just submit it and you're approved.
Thank you.
You're
This was-
welcome.
This was awesome. Thank you so much, Mario.
Very
I'm
welcome.
so happy you were able to come and talk with us.
Well, it was a privilege to be able to share a little bit about our company with you. And if anybody has any questions, certainly reach out, and we would love to have you as one of our residents. So thank you for having me, and I wish you all a good night.
Great.
All
thank
right.
you
Bye,
again.
Mario.
Bye, Maria. And I just
Oh,
want to
but I'm hoping the students stay. We have some more information.
Yeah, no,
to
student
give.
that Mario's heading off, but students, we still have some more information we're going to give you about living off campus, but Mario's going to scooch out for a little bit because it's a little late here in Boston. So again, that's Roost Up. It's at roostup.com. You can also access Roost Up from the Into Suffolk student experience website. So if you go to our student experience website and you click on housing, it's probably, I think, the second link on that page. It says something about on-campus housing, and then it gives you the link directly to Roost Up. So if you lose the link, don't worry about it. We got you.
I'm
covered.
going to put the link in the chat right now.
Yep, I think Mario also did that. So you guys are good to go.
Or for our
Yes.
yeah.
So there is another option if Roost Up is not your cup of tea and you are thinking about some other things. So you are lucky that Suffolk University actually has its own off-campus housing portal. So, oh goodness, here we go. So today we're going to go over the step-by-step instructions on how to use the Suffolk University Housing Off-Campus Housing Portal. Now, most of you should have received your Suffolk email and password sometime this week. You need your Suffolk email and password before you can contact owners in the off-campus housing portal. However, if you didn't get it, don't worry, you're okay, because you can still browse the portal before you get this information. So if you don't have your Suffolk University email and password yet, don't worry, you can still access it. Now
I just want to add, if you don't have it by Friday, then please send us an email and we will look into it, because everyone should have their username and password by July 15th.
Yeah, exactly. Now, to access the Suffolk University off-campus housing portal, you can go to the Student Experience website, which is at sites.suffolk.edu/into-suffolk/housing. So it's right here, it's on our screen right there, okay? Now, when you click on the off-campus housing portal on our website, it will look like this. This will be the first thing that you see. Okay. Now, what's step one? There's a lot of things here that you can look at. It says housing, it says roommates, resources, it says add a listing, sign in, apartments.com, all of this stuff. It's a lot of things. So step one is actually to click here in the red box where it says students, faculty, and staff. Once you have clicked on this picture, it will bring you to step number 2. At step number 2, you have 2 options. If you have your Suffolk University email and password, which most of you do, you will click here, sign up as a Suffolk community member. Now, if you don't have your Suffolk University email yet, number 1, you're going to send an email to me or to Christine or to into@suffolk.edu and let us know you didn't get your university email password yet. And then if you still want to be able to look for housing, you're going to click here under guests. Okay. And this way you can still access the portal and browse, but you might not be able to use your Suffolk email yet. So you have those 2 options. Okay. I recommend using option 1 in the red box with your Suffolk University email. Okay, so if you don't have your password, please let us know. We'll set it up. We'll make sure you get that as soon as possible. Now, after you click that, it's going to say sign up and you get this beautiful picture, which I know you're all very excited about. And this is how you sign up. This is your member registration. You want to put your full name in the box, and you want to fill it out with your personal information and preferences. So I would write Rachel Emmelock. Emmelock's my last name. My school email, so rachel.emmelock@suffolk.edu. My university affiliation, class, how did I hear about the site, all of that stuff. Make sure down here at the bottom where it says housing options that your approximate move-in date is close to when you arrive in the US and not in the middle of orientation. We would love it if you were already moved in before orientation, but we understand that sometimes that's hard to arrange. So please try not to make sure that your arrival date is in the middle of orientation because you're supposed to be with us, not moving into your apartments. Okay, so the next screen that you'll see is talking about contact information from the website. So this is kind of what the next page will look like after you submit all of your personal preferences for what kind of an apartment you're looking for. Now, there are 2 questions. The first one says, would you like to receive emails regarding new updates or information about this site? You want to click yes. Would you like to receive special offers from our marketing partners? You also want to hit yes, because if you hit yes, you're going to be sent updates of apartments that are coming on the market. So maybe you don't see something you like right away. You want to get that email so that you can grab the apartment as quickly as possible. Okay, sound good? And then you go over here, you click the little box that says, I agree to terms of services, and you hit register, and you're all done. Oh, now I'm all done. What do I do? Now you go into the housing portal, and you can decide what kind of housing you want. So you can pick what neighborhood you prefer. Maybe you want to be down in Fenway. Maybe you want to be closer to the ocean, so you pick something over here in East Boston. Maybe you like older buildings, so you want to be in the North End. Choose which neighborhood you'd like. You can pick what kind of price you prefer. You can pick how many bedrooms you need, what type of a building. You can even choose what type of amenities you want. So if you wanted to have a gym in the building, that would be under more because that's a gym that's in the building. I will say that in Boston, apartment buildings that have gyms in the buildings are more expensive. It will be cheaper for you to find off-campus housing that does not have a gym in the building. Those ones are way more expensive. So think of amenities that you're getting for free from Suffolk versus ones you're going to have to pay for. Yes, you would like something convenient, and it's more convenient if it's in your apartment building. However, is that convenience really worth the money? These are things you need to think of in this kind of a situation. Okay, guys? Any questions about the portal? No questions? Maybe? Did I go too quickly?
No, I don't think so.
No, I'm good. All right. Okay. So some of the questions that we sometimes get from not only students, but also parents is what type of services did the university provide to help make sure our students are safe during their experience here at Suffolk? So campus safety provides an app. It's called the LiveSafe app or LiveSafe app. The LiveSafe app is an app that you can download to your phones, and it's amazing. I have it on my phones. I love it. LiveSafe is a great app that you can use to enable a safe walk system, which allows users to ask a friend to watch them walk from one location to another. Isn't that cool? You can also use it if you would like to have Suffolk University security or safety officers walk you to or from a train station or to or from your campus building. So if you get out of class, if you get out of the library, you were studying for finals till like, I don't know, midnight, because you have your finals and you're studying and you lose track of time and you're like, oh my gosh, it's like 2 a.m. I gotta get back to the train. And maybe you're just not comfortable walking by yourself. You can request someone to walk you to the train. And it's very easy, and you can do it from this app. Doesn't that sound awesome?
And Rachel, would you say that Boston's a fairly safe city? How do you feel
Yes.
about that?
Yeah, I feel really safe in Boston. I've traveled to a lot of different countries in my many years of traveling, and Boston is one of the safest cities I've probably been in. As a woman walking around at night by myself, I'm not very nervous. You always have to be aware of where you're going and what's going on around you, but it's not to the point where you're like, oh my God, you're clutching your purse and walking so fast. You don't have to worry about that. It's a very comfortable city, and there's always people outside. They say New York never sleeps. Boston is pretty active, and so there's always going to be someone there. So if you want to walk with someone, you could walk with them, but you don't necessarily have to. So yeah.
Thomas, coming from another country, how do you feel about Boston?
Yes, so just living in Boston is great. It's a good investment for you. And I don't think you regret it. Frankly, I don't regret it. Just living in Boston, it's like from one neighborhood to another, you will definitely enjoy the different scenery, like different area, like North End, it's kind of like European-ish. So you have a good experience.
Yeah.
Yes. And of course, in any big city, you want to be careful. You don't want to be out after 2 o'clock in the morning. I mean, especially alone, but even in a group, you don't want to walk down dark streets. There can be problems in those types of times at night between, say, 1 o'clock in the morning to 5 o'clock in the morning. So you want to be careful. And that's why having this app from the police, the campus police, is really helpful.
And we do show you how to download this and use it during orientation. We have it as part of our safety and security presentation. So you're going to learn, everyone's going to download it. I can be one of your people that watches you walk from a location to another. And I want you to feel comfortable with this. And it is a very good app. And I have it on my personal phone because I was like, oh, this is great. And it actually, for me, it made my parents feel much more comfortable, especially if we're doing an evening activity or something. They know that if I need, if I'm like walking and I'm like, hey, I'm walking to the train, they're very comfortable with it. So you don't have to have your safe walk person be in the US. They could be at home if you wanted to, or it could be a friend. It could be one of us. It can be really whoever you'd like it to be. So it is a very versatile app. Now, going with safety, I want to talk to you all about safe searching, because I know that sometimes when you're looking for housing and you're in another country, you are a little nervous about how to protect yourself and how to be aware of your different options and knowing kind of what to look out for when you're looking for off-campus housing. So we're going to talk a few minutes about what is a rental scam and how to recognize them, because this is something that is near and dear to my heart, and I'm sure it's near and dear to Christine. We want you to find good housing. So I'm going to read exactly what's on the screen, but I'm also going to explain it. Christine's going to explain it, and we're just going to kind of give you a real quick little eye open for rental scams. A rental scam is when a property owner or a potential renter misrepresents themselves. Rental scams can also misrepresent the terms and availability of a rental property. We are talking about fake advertisements and fake responses to rental ads that could hurt both renters and property owners. We ask you to always insist on seeing the apartment before you rent it. So you can request an in-person or virtual apartment viewing. If you're going through Roofstop, you're set because we've already checked them out. They're pretty chill. You've met Mario. He's a nice guy. Scam listings often have fake photos or photos that have been stolen from an older listing. So things to keep an eye out for or to watch out for are listings with unusually low rent, listings with grammatical or spelling errors, and if there is no screening process, if they're not asking you for a background check or asking for a copy of your F1 or any of that information, okay? They don't care. They're just like, yeah, sure, you can have it. Just send me money. That's kind of what we call in English a red flag, meaning red, stop. Sometimes they offer to pay security deposits in installments. These are ways that sometimes scammers might try to take advantage of you. And we don't want to let that happen. If you find an apartment and you really like it, we recommend that you send us the link or let us know about where it is that you're thinking of living, and we can help you verify that this is a good location. Okay? So,
all right. And Rachel, it is over time.
Oh,
So we're going to super wrap up right now.
sounds good. We've only got a few more slides. We're okay. So here are some general tips on how to avoid a housing scam. Make sure your landlord is who they say you are, who they say they are. If you're going to use a broker or real estate agent, make sure that they're licensed by the state of Massachusetts. If it is a rental unit, you can check to see if it is registered with the city's Department of Inspectional Services. Don't give someone money unless you are certain that they are the landlord or leasing agent, and never use a wire transfer to pay for your apartment. Okay? Be cautious about giving out your personal information, including your bank account numbers. And don't fill out the application unless you are certain that this is real. Okay. Now, I know that some of you have been using third-party websites, such as Craigslist or Zillow, to search for housing. These housing services are easy to access and there are no fees. However, renters do put themselves at a higher risk when using these rental listings because they are not verified by an outside source. We can't check it. So if you find a Craigslist advertisement for an apartment, please reach out to Christine or myself and we'll check it out and make sure it's the real deal for you. And if you think you've spotted a rental scam, let us know. You can let Suffolk Police Department know, and we'll make sure nobody else experiences this. Okay, so because Christine says I have to go quickly, does anyone have any questions? Is everyone okay?
We can take time with questions. So
Yes,
if
yeah,
you have any questions,
don't feel rushed. I'm just joking. We are here for you guys. And this slideshow will be up on our website and the recording. So if we go too quickly or you need more information about something, you can always watch it again. Okay? So when is the next webinar? Because I know you guys have had so much fun with us this evening. Woo-hoo! I know, right? No, maybe a little bit. I don't know. I'm having fun. Our next webinar is July 21st, which is where we talk about getting ready to come to the USA. It is at the same time as this evening. Now, I know you're kind of curious. Well, how am I going to get there? You're going to go to our student experience website, click on the webinars link, and then just click the same way you did today, where you click Zoom in here. Today's link will change to something called Watch the Recording. You can click that and come back and watch this recording whenever you would like, and you'll be able to access the slideshow and go through it on your own. Okay?